who would have really liked to be here today, but due to pressing state duties, he could not be here with us to grace this important occasion, which he gives a lot of importance to, of course, and has asked me to represent him here. There's no iota of doubt. We all don't doubt it. We've listened to previous speakers who commended His Excellency the President for his efforts over the years, including his effort this year, to ensure that we have a successful NACOF. The President continues to be the beacon of hope, not just for youth, the young people, but indeed the entire population at large, against the backdrop of the numerous development objectives as well as programs that he has put in place that have been achieved since the onset of the Second Republic. You heard the President of the National Youth Council say that, the chairman. We all know that the NYSS is a baby of the Second Republic. We also know that GAM Jobs is one of those. National Enterprise Development Initiative is another. Of course, the National Youth Council, Sports Council, the list goes on. Suffice to say, in all sectors of the economy, His Excellency continues to create ample opportunities for young people in the fields of education, empowerment generally, agriculture, and natural resources, of course, skills training, to name but a few. And it is my fervent hope, therefore, that you, the young people, will continue to take maximum advantage of these opportunities being provided. With that, I hereby read the statement of His Excellency the President, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya AJJ Jammeh, as follows. I praise the Almighty Allah for making this day possible, and I thank the organizing committee, both the National Organizing Committee as well as the local organizing committee of this National Youth Conference and Festival, for the time, for the efforts and the resources that went into making the occasion successful. So everybody who contributed towards the success of this program should really be thanked. It is particularly timely and apt that you have selected, indeed, a very appropriate theme for this year's NACOF, that is directing as well as reorienting youth participation towards the productive sectors of the economy, as enshrined in the government's objective, especially the APRC government, because our party says Alliance for Reorientation and Construction, which is very much in line with your theme. Our manifesto says that. The Program for Accelerated Growth and Employment, which is another development blueprint, also indicates that, and Vision 2020, among others. Noting that this event is attended by a youth representation across the country, it is hoped that you will not only interact among yourselves for amusement and competition in games and other activities, which are also important, but also engage in deep reflection, provoked by searching questions raised around this very important theme. The platform thus created and will create meaningful recommendations and resolutions that will feed into a national operational framework that outlines the role of the government, other stakeholders and partners, and above all, delineate the role and involvement of youth in transforming their circumstances, refocusing themselves to tackle issues of self-advancement as well as national development. In other words, they control their own development and empower themselves. Others only come on board to provide them the enabling environment to do so. The occasion may be perceived, justifiably, as a source of optimism and inspiration for all of us, and of course, a symbolic representation of our collective efforts and sense of achievement over the years, and desire to forge ahead towards our national vision and aspirations. The organizers of this event deserve indeed our commendation for working tirelessly to ensure a successful festival and conference. In examining the theme, which is of special interest to me, we may have to reflect on how government has been working towards directing as well as reorienting the youth, and how the youth themselves have been responding to government's initiatives over the years. In addition, it is logical as well to reflect on how the youth can partner further with government and indeed with all other stakeholders in the development spectrum, including the private sector and civil society. Mr. Chairman, distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, youth representatives, boys and girls, it is obvious that over the years, particularly the 18 years that have gone, that just passed, the situation of the Gambian youth has significantly shifted from one of despair or despondency, as we say, to one of hope and progress as a result of the very progressive programs of the APRC government. For instance, the education sector now caters for all categories of students and youth. As a novelty, government will provide tuition-free education at the basic as well as secondary levels, and to guarantee transition and continuity. We have equitably expanded access and further widened opportunities for tertiary and higher education as well. During the course of this year, that's 2013, skills training will be expanded and diversified with the establishment of the Ndemban Skills Center. Online or distance learning courses are now provided in the country, in addition to traditional courses delivered, both of which this year would be scaled up. To assure quality, registration and accreditation procedures for institutions of higher learning, that surely would be given prominence. It is planned also that the UTG Science Park will from this year on provide opportunities for innovation as well as technology transfer, development and application. All this meant, of course, to support productivity and enhance efficacy as well, which will ultimately be put at the disposal of the youth of this country. The rapid increase in the number of training institutions and numerous programs designed for the acquisition of specialized skills and youth empowerment are indeed complemented by arrangements devised to make funds accessible for critical investment. Although some youths in the country have taken advantage of such opportunities and openings, those that have not done so are advised as well to utilize this important window of opportunity effectively to make life better, not only for themselves, but indeed for their communities as well. This notwithstanding, my government will continue to increase investments in youth and in youth-related programs. Cognizant, of course, of the need to ensure good health for young people as a prerequisite for sustainable development,